Here's a startling truth. Most of us have no clue when we'll be eligible for a state pension, and many of us don't even think we'll ever retire. It's a sobering thought, but it's one that's backed by data. According to a recent study by Standard Life, only 1 in 5 people in the UK knows the current state pension age. I'll admit, I'm part of the clueless majority. If you put me on the spot, I'd hazard a guess 68? Maybe. And is it the same for everyone, or does it differ for men and women? But here's where it gets controversial. Does it even matter if we know when so many of us doubt we'll ever stop working? Let's dive in. Standard Life surveyed 6,000 adults and found that just 18% knew the correct state pension age, which by the way is currently 66. Shockingly, only 13% of Gen Z, aged 18 to 28, got it right. And this is the part most people miss. The further someone is from retirement age, the less likely they are to know when they'll qualify. It's almost as if we're collectively avoiding the topic because deep down we don't believe retirement is in the cards for us. Here's the kicker. The state pension age is on the rise. It's set to increase to 67 between 2026 and 2028, and by 2046, it's likely to hit 68. For younger generations like Gen Z and millennials, this feels like a moving target. A friend joked, "By the time we get there, the state pension age will probably be 90, and it's hard not to laugh or cry at the bleak humor in that statement. But is this cynicism justified? Or are we selling ourselves short? The reality is we're living longer but having fewer children, which means the population is aging. This demographic shift puts immense pressure on pension systems. And it's no wonder only 51% of survey respondents believe the state pension will still exist by the time they retire. But here's the danger. This skepticism can lead to widespread ignorance and disengagement. If you don't think you'll ever retire, why bother saving for it? Why plan for a future you don't believe in? Take me, for example. I only checked my workplace pension pot while researching this article, and even then it was because it was conveniently managed by the same bank I use for my credit card and mortgage. The total? Just under my annual salary. Sounds decent, right? Wrong. Experts would call it laughable. A sum that won't last long in retirement. The Pensions and Lifetime Savings Association, PLSA, recommends saving £14,400 per year as a minimum, £31,300 for a moderate lifestyle, and £43,100 for a comfortable one. To put that in perspective, the new flat-rate state pension is just £12,547 annually. That's a huge gap. But here's where it gets even more personal. By age 40, millennials like me should have saved 3 to 4 times our annual salary. Using the UK average salary of £37,500, that's a pension pot of £105,000 to £140,000. Let's just say I'm nowhere close. And I'm not alone. Many of us are relying on magical thinking. I'll somehow become rich by then. Or simply burying our heads in the sand. It's the same flawed logic we apply to the climate crisis, hoping future technology will save us. But retirement, like old age, is inevitable, unless we intentionally shorten our lifespans, as I jokingly considered. So what's the solution? It's time to face reality. Start small, but start now. A rule of thumb is to save half your age as a percentage of your salary, so a 20-year-old should save 10%. Consolidate old pension pots, educate yourself, and don't rely on the state pension alone. Workplace and personal pensions are crucial, especially as lifespans increase. Here's the thought-provoking question. Are we being realistic about our retirement prospects? Or are we setting ourselves up for a future of financial struggle? Let's not be the grasshoppers who sang all summer and froze in winter. It's time to embrace our inner ant and plan for the future. Because old age isn't a maybe, it's a certainty. What's your take? Are you prepared? Or are you flying blind like the rest of us? Let's discuss in the comments.